And we're back with the first update of 2023. So happy new year to you. We had our great company holiday and we're getting back to it, getting back to making those keyboards and delivering keyboards, and maybe you're enjoying one right now, which I really hope, because we did our best last year in December to deliver as much keyboards as we could ahead of schedule. So hopefully you got it right in time for Christmas or right after Christmas, but you were able to enjoy it during the holiday. And if not, I'm sorry. We really tried our best, but I'm sure you're being helped by a marker on this right now to make sure that you get your keyboard as soon as you can. If you're still waiting for your keyboard, you can always go to the Wooting hub to check your status. What was also awesome during the last month of the year was that we received a huge amount of reviews that was pending from our last deliveries. And holy crap, so many positive reviews, so many people that are amazed with the 6H quality, with Rapid Trigger and the difference it makes, and customizing it. On Discord, it went crazy with people customizing their 6H. I've seen a whole bunch of new keycap sets I hadn't seen before. I've seen some new cases that were being used. I think even the tofu case that is the most popular case being used for the mod is like sold out everywhere. That you find it, and all these discussions around that was really cool to see on Discord. So I'm very, very happy to see that so many people have been receiving their keyboard, start modding them and playing around with it, and especially that they can feel that it was worth it in expenditure, it was worth it in waiting for it. And of course, we're doing our best to make sure it delivers much faster than what it did for you maybe, or for everybody in the future. And that brings me to the batch that is producing this week, called Sokken, or NA Socks. This one is going to finish this week. That's the last batch we're going to be able to finish before Chinese New Year, and it will go to you. And speaking of a bang, in February and in March, we're going to be producing a huge amount of keyboards with the hopes that we can have in stock Wooting 6Hs by April this year, which is going to be quite an achievement because demand has not been cooling down, and it's really cool to see that happening. And we're doing really our best to get those productions going, get as much stock as we can, and hopefully by April we can start moving them out of stock, so the next time you recommend a 6H to one of your friends, it is actually in stock and it can ship immediately, and they'll be super happy to receive it much faster than you might have had. And thank you if you do that, by the way. And something completely different now is that, you see this one? Have you been keeping an eye on our Twitter? Because on Twitter, we've shown a post of the new Take Control keycap set that we've updated. If you look really closely, you can see one of the big things that we changed is that, this is the set over here right now, there's no more Take Control in the spacebar. And that was one of the big feedback parts that you gave us. People did not like the Take Control text on the spacebar, so now it's not there anymore. This is what the final set is going to look like. And now we're just working on some final touches on the packaging, like the packaging quality can be a bit better, thicker paper, the blister needs to improve because during shipping the keycaps can move too much. So that's what we're improving right now. As soon as that is done, we can bring the keycaps into production and we can start the sale of the Take Control keycaps. I think production is going to happen in February or March, but we have to wait until this is done because there's this big looming thing in the start of the year called Chinese New Year. And with Chinese New Year, a lot of stuff shuts down for a couple weeks and you can't do much. And for factories specifically, what they do before Chinese New Year is not only shut down the factory for during the holiday time, but sometimes they shut down a little bit earlier because they'll also do a lot of machine cleaning and maintenance. Some of them might do it a bit afterwards, after Chinese New Year, but it always happens at that time of the year to clean up the whole factory, maintenance all the machines, and that also takes time. So a lot of factories will shut down for a longer period of time before they reopen, and that creates a big gap in when you can do productions and deliveries. There's always this big rush now in January to get stuff out before Chinese New Year happens. That is also keeping this development to take a little bit longer now. That's also why we're now shipping the last batch of keyboards, and the next batch of keyboards are happening in February and then in March, etc. And that completes this update, and I hope to see you in the next one, but then with a Wooting 6H in front of your nose. Bye bye.